2K Sports presents the NBA Monday Night Basketball. It's coming right up. With Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan, and we're joined by our reporter David Aldridge on the sidelines. So with Howard sitting on the bench, this is who Kenny Atkinson has out there. They've got Christie, also James out there. And it's McNeely in at the small forward position. And for Detroit, the backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivey. Then it's Lou Dort, and there's Miles Turner. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified. And the fireworks begin. Should be an amazing show tonight.
Yeah, and it's important to get that first score quickly and establish your game.
Pass to McNeely. For three. That one misses. Driving inside. And here's Cunningham. James covering. Dort a screen on James. Here's Cunningham. And the shot no good, a bit short. Pass to McNeely. Christie against Dort. Here's Christie. It's stolen by Dort. One-on-one fast break. And Cunningham gets it to go on the assist by Dort.
Just showing some grown man strength there. Cunningham gifted at working through the contact.
James with it. Now defended by Cunningham.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
And so it's Detroit with the ball. The Bulls getting the bucket.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Just a fantastic decision maker. Cunningham giving it up in that two-man set.
Bulls have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Outside, James. Pass to McNeely. Here's Queen. Some nice ball movement here by the Bulls. 5 to shoot. It's deflected. Ivey with it. In the game against Chicago. He was very impressive. Duran pulls it in. Chicago trailing here. Pass to McNeely. Here's Christie. There's a good screen. Here's McNeely, defended by Dort. Kicks it out to James. Shoots. The rebound by Turner. The Pistons have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Fades away and sinks the tough shot.
Man, he is a load inside. Turner can back anybody down to get to his sweet spot.
So, Stan, let me take you back to the 95-96 NBA season. It was your first year as an NBA assistant. And, of course, the Bulls winning 72 games in that season. Unbelievable.
They were incredible, but one of my great memories in that season, the day of the trade deadline, we sent out 5 guys, brought in 5 new guys. We had to play the Bulls that night. Only one of those players made it in. We had only 8 guys available, some guys who had hardly played for us. Rex Chapman had an unbelievable game, and we beat Michael Jordan's Bulls on that night.
Oh, what a great story. Pass to James. To the wing right side. Inside. Here's Christie. Duran with a screen on Ivy. There's the lob to Duran. 4 on the clock. And now the fast break. Ivy with the ball. The kick out to Cunningham. Ivy with it. Now here's Turner. Defended by Christie. Shoots a fader. Shot's good by Turner. Turner's got his second bucket of the game to go.
A capable scorer. Turner plays an integral role in what his team does offensively.
And stolen by Ivy. And now Ivy running the floor all by himself. And slam dunk by Ivy.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Bulls trail by 8. Here's McNeely. Nothing on the board. Now here we are, Greg, in the second half of the season. What do you think playoff-bound teams are focusing on right now?
I would say just making sure they keep the momentum heading into the postseason, as well as do everything possible to try to stay healthy.
And he makes both free throws. Pistons leading by 6. It's tipped. Here's Christie. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
Well, that's a smart play. Taking advantage of the mismatch in close.
The Pistons have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Christie against Ivy. Cunningham outside. Shoots over James. It's hauled in by Queen.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
To the paint. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Pistons?
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
And the other thing, I love how they're playing up tonight, getting into ball handlers and forcing some turnovers.
Bulls making a switch here. Howard's checked in. Detroit, no good that time either.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
Back to Duran. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Rebounded by Cade Cunningham.
You got to finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
And on that drive, Cunningham utilizing that athleticism, blitzing the defense the moment he sees an opening.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
If you see yourself on the big screen, then you know what to do.
James against Cunningham. Pass to McNeely. James looking it over. Here's Queen. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
Yeah, the more he knocks those down, the more confidence this coaching staff's going to have in him.
A fadeaway. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
That's just good fundamentals from Cunningham. When a guy is that open, you got to get it to him.
Pass to McNeely. Six on the shot clock. Duran with a screen on Ivy. Pulls up. High post. The rebound by Ivy. Detroit leading by 5. Out to the wing. Fires the 3. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
James outside. Pass to McNeely. Duran with a screen on Ivy. Back to James. Puts up a three. Rebound by the Pistons. Coming in on a 19-game win streak. They're set to achieve something very few teams have ever done. A win tonight would be their 20th win in a row.
Well, of all the ways to establish yourself as a powerhouse, this may be the best way to do it, by going on a phenomenal streak and looking practically unbeatable. One thing you can tell right now, they are playing with swagger, a sort of poise that they're backing up with execution. Not easy to do.
Latrey knocks down the three ball. Queens got 6.
Well, when you give him room like that, just expect it to go in.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. He wants to talk to his guys. Detroit with the ball. It's a 5-point game. To the inside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Number 33.
He's perfect from the line this time. Here is Hawkins. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Now Howard. They set the pick. A three-pointer, no good. It's Davis on the wing. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. A three. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Here's Samori. Can't hit from in close. Pistons leading by 10. Cunningham gets the bucket. Cunningham's got 8 points.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Chicago's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Samori. He's defended by Wagner. Pass to McNeely. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Howard misses. Detroit's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. And he lays it straight in. He's got 14.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Here's McNeely. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Chicago shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Howard hits them both.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
Cunningham against Hawkins. Outside for Davis. Back to Cunningham. Fades back. The shot that time, not on target.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
To the middle, here's Hawkins. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
52 seconds left in the first quarter. Cunningham gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Hawkins passes to Christie. From the baseline. The shot by Hawkins, no good. And it's Cunningham with the ball for the Detroit Pistons. Leading by 12. There's a screen. Goes up on the high post. Chicago grabs the miss. Outside Howard. That shot off. Driving the lane. Cunningham outside. And again, Cunningham missing. And so is Detroit, enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We've got more in store for you right after this. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And the Pistons have been rolling right along, haven't they?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
Well, if they're going to be that ferocious inside, this defense is in for a long night.
Bulls trail by 12. Ceballos is out there with Lou Dort. Then there's Mo Wagner. Then there's Jaden Ivey. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
The 15-footer. They get the rebound. Ivey on the wing. Wagner has screen on Hawkins. Clock at 6. Count the basket. And the Pistons lead by 14.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Howard kicks to Wilson. Ivey against Christie. Over Ivey. Christie can't make it. Pistons leading by 14. Here's the screen. And Wagner has it in the corner. Here's Ceballos. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Here is Hawkins. And stolen by Ivey. And now the fast break. Ivey with the ball. Wagner has screen on Christie. Kicks it out to Wagner. Takes it off the glass.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And here's Hawkins. Samori. He's defended by Wagner. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2. Detroit leading by 16. Quarter 2, and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Ivey, no one around him. Again, the Pistons score.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Turner, he's checked in for Wagner. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Hawkins. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Christie against Ivy. And it's denied. Hawkins against Ceballos. Hawkins passes to Christie. Drills the three-pointer. Christie's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Doesn't go for him. Howard with it, picked up by Turner. Here's Hawkins. His three-pointer's off the mark. Detroit leading by 13, and with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, if you want to win, of course, playing both ends of the floor is essential. Former Defensive Player of the Year Draymond Green says, we've seen teams for years make the mistake of thinking they can put a great offense out there and win. You run up against a team that's just competent offensively, but they play defense, you're going to lose. Kevin?
Got the 1-2 punch, as Draymond talks about. Man, that is something tough to get by. DA thanks. Christie against Dort. Just 5 on the clock. Christie kicks to Wilson. Drills it from outside.
Man, it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Turner with a screen on Hawkins. Right side Turner. Pass to Ivy. Lets a floater go. The shot will not fall. Now the Bulls with it. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Hawkins against Ivy. Hawkins kicks to Howard. Three-pointer. And the Bulls, another 3.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Now, here's Ivy. Checking some stats on him right now. He's averaging just around 22.5 points a game. You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
Here is Hawkins. Pass to Queen. Misses the baby hook.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
For Detroit, they have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4. First free throw is good. In the NBA, helping establish academies and even leagues, Greg, on foreign soil. Do you expect more to come?
I do, Kevin. I think the league recognizes it has a big role to play in the expansion of the game globally. Investments being made with the long-term view in mind.
Here is Hawkins. Beyond the arc. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Now, here's Cunningham. Defense is right there. Turner inside. Ivy up top. He's covered by Hawkins. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Pass to Queen. Releases from 15. Now Hawkins. And stolen by Ivy. Pass break Detroit. Jumps up. And slam dunk by Ivy.
And that's the thing about Ivy. He plays fast even in the half court, but especially in transition.
Kahn, covered by Cunningham. During the pass to Queen. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Hawkins shot good.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Now, here's Cunningham. He's got 10. On the wing, Turner. Defended by Duran. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Cunningham. There's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. A different look here for Detroit. Wagner's checked in for Miles Turner, and Moore subbed in for Dort. Here's Queen. He's got 6. James outside. Fires for 3. Detroit with the rebound. They led by as many as 18 points. They'll be off to Boston for a meeting with the Celtics after this one. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. And a wide open look for Cunningham. They get it back.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
Duran, no good. And it's Cunningham with the ball for the Pistons. 8-point game. And when you take a look at Jalen Duran, big man Greg, who seems to get better each and every season.
Well, you know, he averaged a double-double in his second season. I especially like how hard he goes after rebounds. This guy has a bright future in this league.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Here's McNeely following the basket by Cade Cunningham. Here's Queen. He's got 8. That shot off the mark.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Detroit making a switch here. Davis is checked in. The Bulls making a change here as well. Christie's checked in.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Bulls trail by 11. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Shoots from 12. Gets some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. The Pistons have gone 8 of 15 since we began the second quarter. Excellent shooting. On the wing, Davis. Over Christie. And Davis can't get it to go. Chicago's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. Pistons leading by 9. Pass to Wagner. Cunningham on the wing. Detroit, no good that time either. And for the Bulls, they're shooting at an even 50% from the floor here in the second quarter.
Well, playing his role to perfection, using his size to control the glass for his team.
There's a minute 40 left to play here in the half. No good on the triple.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
Duran, great positioning on the putback.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Detroit's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. They set the screen. Cunningham drives in, and he uses the glass on the layup. Cunningham's got 7 points for the quarter.
And I love how Cunningham dictates the pace. You can't speed this guy up. He forces you to play at his speed.
Here's Queen. 8 points for him. Down low, here's Duran. Down it goes, his third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
Well, not really much you can do to stop him there. You want your players to go hard at the bucket like that.
And Cunningham with the slam.
I love the mentality of Cunningham tonight, looking for his shot, and boy, is he producing.
Here's James. He can't get it to go.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Wagner has screen on James. They double him with James. Here's Moore. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And you know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
James against Cunningham. It's tipped. Davis looking for an opening. Lets the three fly. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for the Detroit Pistons. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We'll get you back to the action after this break.
Good to see you and welcome. A lopsided game through 2 quarters and a big deficit for the Chicago Bulls.
Well, their problems start on the backboard, and it's not just a few unlucky bounces. It's an activity, Shaq.
Which is something you can fix if you want to, but I'm not seeing a lot of want to from them.
All right, fellas, let's now take a look at what's to come on the upcoming schedule.
In that game against the Spurs, playing the team everyone has to go through in the West. But if you win that one, you can say, we beat the best. Don't sleep on us. These are the kind of games that define your season.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Cade Cunningham in this game, he's been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out at the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. So with Howard sitting on the bench, this is who Kenny Atkinson has out there. They've got James, also Christie out there. And it's Duren in its center. All right, Stan, hypothetical situation. Down 1, shot clock is off. If you could pick anyone in the NBA, who do you want taking that shot?
Well, I'm going to go back in time a little bit, Kevin. The guy who really made my career for me as a head coach. I'm taking Dwayne Wade. He was the best that I ever saw. Not only did he have the ability to make clutch shots, he managed the game clock as well as anybody I've ever seen.
The situation was never too big for him, was it?
Never was, and he's so smart in addition to being as talented as he was.
Here's Duren, following the bucket by the Pistons. That shot, no good. Good work defensively by Turner.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Outside for Davis. Sinks the triple. Davis has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
And even if you risk a foul, the D has to play him tougher when he gets it that deep.
Yeah, once he gets the ball in that spot, help has to be very quick to rotate over.
Now, here's Cunningham. 19 points in the game.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. To the middle. Here's Duren. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Duren's got 8 points.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Turner with the screen. Here's Ivy. Duren pulls it in. Duren's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
Well, that one didn't fall, but otherwise they've been excellent shooting the ball to start this half. They've got the offense clicking. 3 for 4 to start the half and looking confident.
Pass to Ivy. For the 3. Duren pulls it in. Duren's got 11 rebounds in the game.
Well, clearly it hasn't been his best game offensively, but collectively, they've still found a way to get the lead.
The shot by Ivy, no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
He takes it in.
And how about the footwork? Check out those moves in the post and then the sweet finish to go along with it.
Excellent work around the basket. You're right, G.A. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
Pistons have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Down by 12. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. So here is Chicago, a 12-point game. Shoots the 3, bangs home the trifecta. James has got 7.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Pass to Ivy. Outside for Davis. Hits the three-point bomb. Davis has got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Here's Queen. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Here's Christie. Ivy defending. Shot clock at 6. Here's McNeely. And the Bulls tack on 2 more. Detroit leading by 10. Cunningham with it. Duren against Turner. The The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Turner with the screen. From outside, off the mark.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those. Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
Now, here's Ivy. 8 points for him. Outside for Davis. Cunningham against James. Picked off in midair. To the paint. Shot's good by Duran. Duran's got it back down to single digits for the Bulls.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's ready to talk things through with the team. He's checked in for the Pistons. Detroit leading by 8. They set the pick. Cunningham outside. Hits it from three-point range. Cunningham's got 6 points in the quarter.
Three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Pass to Queen. Here's McNeely. Inside. Here's Duran. The shot missing.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
James outside. To the wing on the left. Christie against Ivy. Duran a screen to the inside, and Duran slams it in.
Yeah, and in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Now here's Cunningham, 25 points in the game. Out to Turner. Duran brings the double team. The three ball. Another three for Detroit.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Bulls trail by 12. Pass to Queen. Outside, James. Here's Queen. Here's McNeely, defended by George. Here's Duran. And Duran slams it in.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Now, here's Cunningham. He is averaging just around 28.5 points a game. So many offensive skills in his toolkit. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Duran's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the NBA has split its draft into 2 days. The league's executive VP and head of operations, Joe Dumars, says rosters have expanded and we're seeing a larger influx of talent, a lot of times in the second round. This format will do justice to those slept-on players. Kevin?
Good stuff, D.A. Some Hall of Famers from that second round, for sure.
Loved seeing this. Turner just rising and firing with no hesitation. Have to respect the confidence he's playing with.
Pass to McNeely. Duran with the screen on George. McNeely, they grab their own miss.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Wagner's checked in for turn. Detroit leading by 9. Cunningham looking it over.
Substitution on the floor.
No good that time. Great D that time from Howard. Here's Kahn, and the 3 ball is good.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
To the paint, and he dunks it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Pass to Hawkins. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. There's the 3. And no good. The Pistons lead it. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Stan, you've been on the bench in the NBA for many decades. What were some of your biggest pet peeves as a coach?
Oh, my gosh, Kevin, that would be a long list. But the 2 biggest would be this. I think, number 1, anytime there was a lack of effort, you're not running back on defense, things like that, that I had a hard time tolerating. And then mental breakdowns, things we had prepared for over and over and over again, and then guys just zone out and forget what they're supposed to do. Those were things that were hard to tolerate.
Especially when you would take such care in preparing them in every way. That's got to be just excruciating.
Frustrating as heck.
Here's McNeely. He's got 6. Fires from deep. Another 3 for Chicago.
What a difference a half can make. As much as he struggled in the first 2 quarters, he certainly made up for it with his play in the second half.
Now, here's Ivy. He's got 8.
A burst of speed, and Ivy is by you. Can't blame the D for fouling there.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for Detroit.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
They took what the defense gave them tonight, and that was the mid-range. I mean, very consistent from that part of the floor.
Wilson, he's checked in for the Bulls. Cunningham outside. Deflects the pass. Here's Howard. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Now it's just a 3-point Piston lead.
Important point there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
And J.B. Bickerstaff has called a timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Detroit leading by 3. There's the screen. Down low. There's Ceballos. Nice pass. Nice catch and a resounding dunk.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
The Bulls have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
Davis, that's for 2. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Here's Hawkins. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. The Pistons shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. The Pistons have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
Bulls trail by 5. Pass to Wilson. There's the pick. From the wing, the shot by Hawkins, no good. 17 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Davis. Plays it up off the glass. Davis has got 11 here in this quarter alone.
And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
Here's Samori. Plays it up and banks it in.
Well, the players will say, mouse in the house. Great job to use his size to expose the smaller defender inside.
The third quarter comes to a close. Pistons ahead, leading by 5. And we'll be back right after this. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Well, that is what coaches want from their point guards. Set others up, play the game the right way.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Ceballos is out there with Wagner. And there's Davis, and it's Moore in at the 3 slot. That's the group for Detroit right now. And it's Davis missing.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Kahn is guarded by Davis. Here's Kahn. The teardrop falls in.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
And that one, good. And the Pistons lead by 5.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. And they've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
1 minute now into this fourth quarter. To the middle, here's Wilson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The first one falls.
This is as good as it gets from the charity strike here in the second.
Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a 2-possession deficit. And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Back to Howard. And he banks in the layup.
And that field goal percentage climbing now above 50%. They look like a different team here in the second half.
Going inside, Davis has the open look, trains the three-pointer.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Here's Hawkins. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Outside, Davis. There's the triple. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Basket good. Now just a 1-point Piston lead.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Yeah, there's no excuse for giving that up. That's the absolute last thing you want to happen.
Wagner passes to Ceballos. They set the pick. 6 to shoot. Lets it fly. Wilson grabs the board. For Chicago, they've gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Pass to Hawkins. Over Davis. Again, Chicago.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Yeah, there is no quit in this team. Making up for that slow start with great composure and determination.
Moore passes to Ceballos. Kick out to Moore from the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Moore's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
The Bulls making a switch here. Duran's checked in.
Bulls, substitution, numero 0.
Popped up there for Howard. And it's slammed in by Howard.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. There's the drive from deep. Moore. Duran pulls it in. Duran's got rebound number 15 here tonight. Ceballos with the rebound. And it's Davis with the ball for the Detroit Pistons. They led by as many as 18 points. Oh, that's blocked. Hawkins against Davis. Inside. Here's Howard. Got it. Good job in the low post. Howard's got the lead up to 2 now for the Bulls.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
Pass to Duran. Ball's not loose, and so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here.
Substitution on the floor.
Watch him.
Here's McNeely. Ivy defending. Shot clock at 5. Here's Howard. And it's sent back by Turner. Three-pointer. Trains it from beyond the arc. And the Pistons lead by 1.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
James the bounce pass. And Howard has it in the corner. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got 7 rebounds in the game. Pass to Ivy. Turner with a screen for Ivy. Takes it inside. The shot by Turner no good. Bulls have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. And some solid looks for them. Here's Howard. Again, Howard missing. Detroit's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times. And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. Christie stepped in for Howard. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, during the break, I listened in on J.B. Bickerstaff's huddle. Now, they've been happy with the way the team is shooting. He reminded players to keep taking those threes, that they've had some clean looks. And when that 3 goes in, it's always a welcome sight. Guys?
Thanks, David. And Duran slams it in. Well, as we move into the fourth, it's been an even game.
Guys, teams have exchanged the lead 5 times thus far.
Turner with a screen on James. Out to Turner. Takes the 3. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham. Cunningham's got his 9th assist in the game now. Bulls have gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. Here's Christie, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Here's Cunningham. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Cunningham's got 27.
Cunningham is not shy about mixing it up down low. He's got a great feel around the rim.
James outside. Down low, here's McNeely. Comes up empty down low. For Detroit, they've gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. James against Cunningham. Turner dishes to Cunningham. Pass to Ivy. It's hauled in by Queen.
Well, it's just not been his night. He's finding good looks, but they're just not falling.
Here's McNeely. Duran with it. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. That one on Dort. That's good from Duran. The Pistons trailing. Now Cunningham. Dort is screen on James. Cunningham. That shot misses. Here's Queen. And here is James. An easy 2 points on the layup. Now it's a 3-point Bulls lead.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
And Cunningham with the slam.
And the challenge defensively is to find Cunningham at all three levels. He can beat you at the rim. He can beat you from 30 feet out and everything in between.
Here's McNeely, defended by Dort. McNeely shot is off. Detroit's gotten 8 shots off from three-point land and hit half of them. Outside, Dort. Pass to Christie. There's the lob to Duran. Turner with the steal. And now the fast break. Ivy with the ball. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Oh, and the playmaking of Ivy on full display.
Here's Queen.
Number 33, second personal foul, 13 foul.
Here's McNeely. There's the pick to the middle. In the pass to Christie. 6 on the shot clock.
Great read from Dort there. An intelligent player who hustles on defense and distracts you.
Cunningham outside. Buries it from three-point range. Cunningham's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer in the club.
Here's Queen. And again, no good by Chicago.
Yeah, trying to get separation from the defense right there. Just couldn't get it to go.
Good on the triple.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
They need this. He lays it in.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot. But when you're knocking them down, you might as well keep riding. Well, it doesn't get any easier than this. They'll take these shots every time.
Detroit leading by 6. Cunningham outside. And Detroit again with the bucket.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look for him.
Here's Queen. The rebound by Turner.
Well, he's got the green light in that situation. They want him taking that shot, even if he didn't get it to go.
Driving to the basket. Cunningham against James. 5 on the clock. And he slams that one down.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
James has a two-pointer. The rebound by Ivy. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and played with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So, for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and our reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now we present our player of the game.